Hello, everyone across the state. Today I'm going to be showing you how we can make it so that in Alma Primo we are able to link directly to the entry levels in Gale Ebooks. Back in May, when we migrated from PCI to CDI, the Central Discovery Index as it's now known, versus the Primo Central Index and what it used to be known, some changes happened. Some for the better, some like, what in the world? And today I'm going to be showing you how to correct one of those what in the worlds, which is under PCI when we linked to a Gale ebook at entry level, we went, as one would expect in a discovery system, to go directly to the entry level. Well, after we migrated to CDI for whatever reason, instead of going to the entry level, it went to the publication level. So that meant the student would then have to figure out what's going on, and as it sometimes happens, like if you go to an entire journal instead of a journal article, they have to figure out how in the world to find it from there, and that's rather annoying. I certainly think so as a librarian. So what do? So while I will agree, as I'm sure some immediately would say, wouldn't it be nice if Ex-Libris made this correction for us, we do have a way to correct this problem. So first thing you want to do is search under electronic collection, and since we're looking for electronic collection name, we'll find it. And right now we have to find it by Gale Ebooks' old name, Gale Virtual Reference Library. So if this changes in a month and it's still going to publication level, I guess enter Gale Ebooks and then do the same as I'm showing you here. And then once you're here, click on Edit Collection. Now after here, this becomes a little bit tricky. I mean, I love how all these things are hidden in admin, whether it's EBSCO or Primo or Alma or whatnot. But eventually it's a matter of going to additional after we select edit collection. And by the way, this is very important. You must select edit collection first. Otherwise, you're only going to get a view option, and all you're going to see are these fields and not be able to change it. So we scroll down until we get to the one that's matching. That would be usually the community zone. For whatever reason, sometimes your institution zone isn't going to have your portfolios. You want to go to the one with your portfolio. So that's here in the community zone. And we click on where we see these three dots. And if you don't see edit, you didn't do something right. You want to make sure that edit feature's on there. Otherwise, it's not going to be helpful. After we click on edit, we then go to the linking tab. Once you are here, here is where the problem is. Our parser parameter right here is telling us in our Gale link that it's going to the publication level. We want to instead go to the entry level. So we need to do these two things. We need to fill in the parser override and the parser parameters override to do the next step. Now, by the way, I am going to give big thanks to Lauren Saslow and Ken Lim, two librarians who have steered me towards this direction. Otherwise, I would have never known this. I may be a technology librarian, but I do not know everything. And sometimes it does need help for some of these other interesting tech gurus who deal with these things all the time to help us out on this. So definitely give a round of applause for both of these librarians because they steered me this direction. So under parser override, what's the protocol here is Gale, our vendor, 2 colons, and then open URL, because like a lot of links, they're considered open URL and middle, and this is what we're especially doing. This is similar to like linking to an article, this important protocol. So that will be the first part of our override, our parser. So unlike our parser up here, which is Gale Books, we're now Gale Open URL. And now we are overriding the parser parameter that was given to us from the community zone, from the CDI switchover. And so we include this important long URL. So I know that this is long, and so unfortunately I know you can't copy and paste, so I will definitely add this to our wiki page. I will include this in an email, and I will make sure that you see what this override parser parameter is, because I could read this character by character, or I could expect you to freeze frame where you are right now and write it all down, and well, why do that? So I will definitely copy and paste this, and I will put this on a key point on our wiki page, which is the ERM and acquisitions page. I will make sure that it's pretty easy to find. And I will do that shortly after I'm done today. After that, you click Save. And if for whatever reason that it should already work, but if for whatever reason it's not, under linking, look down below for art. And I'm going to quickly, yes to art parameter is what we want on there. I actually was able to do this without yes, because I forgot to do this part, so I'm doing this right now. But I already saw this work, so rest assured. And I'm going to show you. And we save. And we save again. We want to reach to the point that we're at this part of where we were before. We want to be at the back of this list. If you haven't done that, you haven't done all the parts of saving. So be sure to do all of those parts. And maybe it doesn't matter in this case, but it has mattered in a lot of other instances on Alma Primo. So we are going to go by what I suggest, and even if that may not be necessary. Okay, so I'm going to start over. And so we're going to go into library catalog of how we set it set up. And I'm going to, no, why is it going to microphone? That isn't what I meant to select. You know, things like this happen, of course, when I'm recording. I meant to hit here. We're going to expand this to articles, books, and more, because I want to make sure we're going to enter something that we know will go to reference entries, like climate change. Almost all of us probably have a climate change entry in one of our Gale ebooks. And we're going to, under format, limit our search to reference entries. And while these reference entries will lead to elsewhere, I know that one of these will lead to Gale. In fact, I know that item number 1 thankfully goes to there, and lo and behold, here is Gale's Engage Virtual Reference Library. Click on that, and lo and behold, we are at the entry level now rather than that publication level. So that is how you fix this problem that happened when we migrated over to CDI. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll do my best to answer. If you want to go directly to the source, definitely speak to Ken Lim. And fortunately, I don't have his email memorized, otherwise that would help, but that's definitely where you go. But in the meantime, ask me, and I will, and if I can't answer, I will definitely forward your inquiry to him. And I hope you have a fantastic day, because now your students can get to these wonderful encyclopedia entries directly through Primo VE, as they had before we migrated to CDI. So again, much thanks must be given to both Lauren Saslow and Ken Lim, and I hope you have a fantastic day.